as you all know that we are studying our chapter 3 at elements, compounds and mixtures, right? So in this chapter we have studied about the distillation, fractional distillation, all these things, right? Today we are going to study about the crystallization and sublimation. All right, so let's begin this topic, crystallization. When we are talking about the crystallization, means formation of a crystal. How we can do so, like formation of a crystal. So for example, this process is also used to separate the components of a mixture. Okay, and especially we use this process, crystallization, in obtaining a salt from the seawater. Alright, in the seawater, all you know that salt is there. That is called a salty water. Alright, means salt molecules and water molecules is there in that. So we obtain a salt from the water, only the salt from the water by this crystallization method. Okay, so first of all let's understand this, what is this crystallization method. Okay, so when we are talking about the crystallization, okay, so what you have to do for this, you have to take a beaker. Okay, and in this beaker you have to take, for example, you can take a sugar solution also, you can take a salt solution also. Okay, so let's take here the sugar solution. So take it here a sugar solution and water. Alright, take a sugar solution. In this, what it is there? Sugar solution. Sugar solution means sugar and water is there. Okay, so you have to take in this sugar solution. Alright, sugar solution. In this, water and sugar is there. Start giving heat to this sugar solution. What you will see, this is the sugar in the water. Okay, what you will see, that maximum water of this solution, of this sugar solution, will evaporate, will go in the atmosphere. Alright, and very less amount of water when left in the beaker, you have to stop giving heat. Means large amount of water from the solution will evaporate it and very less amount of water is left. When a very less amount of water is left in this, you have to stop giving heat. Alright, till this much. Stop giving heat, you will see that this water will evaporate it, but not the sugar. You have taken here in this beaker 1 kg of sugar in 2 liter or 2 liter of the water. Okay, as an example, take a 2 liter of the water and dissolve in that 1 kg of sugar. Okay, when you start giving heat at this stage, okay, what you will see that the water will get evaporated, maximum water will get evaporated, it will vaporizes, right? And the sugar with a very less amount of water when left in a beaker, that is called a concentrated solution. This is called concentrated solution. Alright, this is called a concentrated solution in which a large amount of sugar is there, because sugar will not evaporate it. The sugar amount will be same in this. 1 kg of sugar will be same in this. But the amount of water decreases here. Alright, so 1 kg of sugar, and when 1 kg of sugar is there and with a less amount of water, then it forms a concentrated solution. Okay, left this solution for some time. Okay, and keep aside for some time. You will see after when its solution cool down, you will see that it forms a crystal. Means the sugar molecules which is inside this water, okay, in a very less amount of water, the sugar molecule will attach with the water and forms a crystal. Alright, so this is the crystallization process. Okay, how we take or obtain a salt from this method, from the seawater. So seawater, all you know that seawater is a salty water and in it there is a salt, right? Salt is there in the water, that water is the salty water, and seawater is also having a salt in it, right? So what we will do here, first of all, in fact, to obtain this salt, from the sea water, we do, in fact, the laborers who are obtaining the salt, they are doing on a large scales. Okay, the area which is near the river, which is near the ocean. Okay, the area which is near the ocean, that is the seashore. Okay, so area which is near the ocean, okay, that is the seashore. What they are doing, they actually make a holes. They make a holes in the land, okay, which is near the ocean. The land which is near the ocean, okay, there we are making a holes on that land which is near the ocean. All right, so that when the sea water will come in on this land, okay, all the water get collected in the holes of the land. All right, after that what happens, slowly and gradually this water, the sea water, okay, absorbs the sun heat, okay, and when it gets the sun heat, slowly and gradually all the water get evaporated and go in the atmosphere. And what is left behind? That is salt only, because salt is not having a tendency to get evaporated in the atmosphere. Only the water has a tendency, right? So salt get evaporated, water get evaporated and salt will remain in the hole. That salt we will take it, we will filter it, we will add sodium iodide in it to make it iodide salt. All right. So this is the process to obtain a salt from sea water by crystallization process. All right. Okay. Then come to this sublimation. So when we are talking about the sublimation, okay, so in the sublimation process, all you know very well that sublimation process is a process where the solid substances, the substances which are in the solid state, all right, the solid substances directly converted into the liquid state without coming in the middle phase, without coming in the intermediate phase, that is the liquid phase, right? So the solid will directly convert into the gaseous state, that is called a sublimation. What I said? I said that when solid directly convert into the vapor, I said when solid directly convert into the gaseous state without coming in the liquid state, because only you know in the conversion of states that solid first convert into the liquid and then liquid to the gases, right? But if solid directly convert in the gaseous state without coming in the liquid state, that is called sublimation process. All right, sublimation process, right? Okay, so in the sublimation process, what happens or what we will do, how we will separate these components of a mixture by this sublimation method. So listen here, for example, like we have a mixture in which one component or one substance can be sublimed, okay, and another one can't. All right, so for example, like take a sand and ammonium chloride. All right, ammonium chloride and sand mixed together, mix ammonium chloride and sand together, you will have a mixture of ammonium chloride and sand only. Now after that you want to separate this ammonium chloride from the sand. What you will do? You will apply this sublimation method. All right, what you have to do, you have to take a china dish, inverted flask, burner and tripod stand. Okay, say this like this. You have to take a china dish. In this, keep the mixture of sand and ammonium chloride. For example, this is a mixture of sand and thus ammonium chloride. All right, put this in a tripod stand, burn a burner. All right, and you have to put an inverted flask over it. chloride can be sublimed. This is the sublimed compound, right? This ammonium chloride can be converted from solid state directly to the gaseous state without coming in the liquid phase. Alright. So ammonium chloride, when gets heat, it convert directly to the gaseous state and collected here in the inverted flask, and plus you have to put here the cotton also. So all the ammonium chloride will collect here. Alright, and the sand is not having a property or tendency to sublime, right? It will not get sublimed, it will remain in the dish. Alright, so in this way we can separate the sand and ammonium chloride mixture. So for the sublimation process, or where you will apply the sublimation method, when you have a mixture of those two components in which the one can be sublimed and the another one can't. Alright, so whatever I explained you today, just revise this all the things. Alright, means the crystallization also and plus the sublimation also. In the next turn we will study about the chromatography, and after that we will start revision of atom, molecules and radicals. Alright, have a good day.